When times were tough, we were thinking about the other side. And now I know how it really feels to be alive. Cause I was so cold. Now we're living in another time. Cause I was so cold. All I had to do was free my mind.
Up the coast we go. We point the camper van towards Nelson. Our first stop is Totara Brewing Company, just out of Wakefield. We meet Colin Oldham and Peter Lymes, two hop growers with a massive interest in brewing. The only hop farm brewery in New Zealand, these guys get the freshest hops possible. It helps that they live in New Zealand's exclusive hop growing region, Nelson. The latitude, temperature, sunshine hours are perfect to grow this important brewing ingredient. The different varieties that they grow, the methods of harvesting, and when certain varieties are picked are all discussed.
This is New Zealand Hallertau, and as you can see they aren't fully developed. We won't be picking these for another month.
And between you both, I mean, what varieties do you both grow?
Well, Colin grows a lot more than me. I'm growing New Zealand Hallertau, Pacific Hallertau, Pacific Gem, Pacific Jade, Green Bullet, Rawaka, Modawaka,
Yep.
Nelson Sauvon again, which is one that I'm expanding in at the moment. We're actually putting more Nelson Sauvon in next year. And of course we have to grow a range of hops for the different markets, but also for our picking windows.
We could start picking hop the 15th of February from variety, the earliest, and go right into April. You know, we could have 6 weeks of picking.
Do you look for a peak in alpha acid and then go, right, that's as high as you'll probably get it, it's time to pick? Is that how it
Yes,
works?
and that's a seasonal thing too. We definitely have some alpha years are higher than others.
A big part of determining when to harvest is the alpha-beta ratio.
Okay, sure.
So the beta has to, at the start it's above the alpha, and then the beta has to go past down and the alpha comes up. You can't have your beta above your alpha.
Sure.
I've noticed in the past that sometimes there's a few sheep that pass through the hop vines here. Is that what you do?
Yes,
Yeah.
sheep are a very important part of our weed control and regrowth control plan because like all New Zealand crops, we're trying to reduce any sprays that go on. As soon as we get the hops to the top, which is around Christmas time, we'll put sheep in here to control them. So that's why all the leaves are up at the same height.
So how much effort would it take to convert the whole New Zealand crop to being organic?
Totally different ball game.
Yep.
There's you can't use the conventional fertilisers.
Yep. So that's the big thing, is it?
There's a high cost involved. The weeds would be the major factor out of everything, is controlling those weeds.
We're that close to organics growing it in our conventional way that there is very little, well, there's probably not much difference. Colin doesn't like me saying that, but there would be very little difference if you gave it all the tests.
Awesome.
Oh, between, definitely, the actual hop. There's a lot of difference in growing organic hops.
Sure.
Yeah.
And a lot more cost involved.
But
But
per hectare it's probably down a bit then is that is it the old measures, isn't it?
exactly right. The hop, the conventional hop and the organic hop, you hard to tell the difference, you know, because these our conventional hops are so clean and green.
The passion that these guys have for their job is evident. Growing hops is tough toil for little return. A group of mates with various backgrounds got together and decided to go one step further from growing the unique aromatic New Zealand hop and gave brewing a go.
So this is their dark, which we made for the festivals that we go to. This was one we developed all on our own and decided we were going to have a crack at making a porter originally. We used chocolate malt, and it wasn't dark enough. It was meant to be roasted, and I ended up boiling up more at night and tipping it in the top of the fermenter and playing around a wee bit. So yeah, the joke's been, oh hell, if anyone likes this, it's going to be hard to replicate.
That's a good beer. Yeah. Be a shame not to make this again.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we will. Our challenge at the moment is to get through the green hot ones while they're available. So
And we think about hitting the road and heading to the next port of call.
Indeed we should.
Yeah. Not that I want to, of course.
But before we go, we need to talk about the collaborative brew.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious what it's going to be.
I think it is.
Being hop growers and all.
Yeah.
So I think that your contribution will probably be something that is along the line of some hops.
that's the thing that excites us.
Thanks very much for showing us around the farm and the brewery, letting us have a taste of the beers. Amazing.
You're most welcome.
Really impressed.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Fantastic work. I'm very jealous that you guys get to both brew beer and grow hops, and I'm going to definitely come back and visit.